a one-car garage. All of our units are inside and climate-controlled with 24-hour access and security. Our leases run month to month, so you're not locked into a long-term commitment, giving you the flexibility to move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call, 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
The cool, clean, and secure.
All right, it's 8 o'clock. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. Good morning, Butch Hubbard here with you. Wednesday morning, the 8th day of June. Lots of sunshine today. Sunshine high today near 93 degrees. Currently, we have 71 degrees. The automometer levels are 7.2 feet and rising. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, by Parker Insurance and Realty on Macon Street in downtown Jessup, and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. And Bob, we got a guest on there this morning.
Yeah, special guest, one of my all-time favorites, home run Hannah Twilley in the studio. Had a great career, and she tells us she's going to be an Eagle this coming fall. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Hopefully, I'm transferring in after 3 years at Middle, and hopefully I'll be put on the GSU uniform next year.
You had a stellar career at Middle Georgia. How many home runs you hit?
It was a few, yes, sir.
It was more than a few. It was a bunch. But again, it was fun to watch too. But you're here today to talk about the new hurricanes coming to Wayne County. Again, we talked about the hurricane coming to the Hurricanes convenience store located under construction here at 105 Henson Mosley Road. And your dad and family's putting this together, bringing this to Wayne County, and you have all the details. So tell us what people can expect, how soon it's going to be ready to go.
Hopefully it should be ready within a month or so. We're looking to get it open as soon as we can, but it's family owned. I've been told by my father to stress this enough, and hopefully I do a good job explaining this, but it is going to be family owned. It's we're from here. I've been raised here, and that's what we want to bring to the table here. We just want to do a really good job for everybody here. I mean, it's Wayne County based. You can look for a Wayne County theme inside the store.
What's your dad's name?
His name is Ron Twilley.
Ron Twilley.
Yes, sir.
And Ron and you and the family are opening up this Hurricanes convenience store at the intersection of Highway 84 out here at Henson Mosley Road.
Yes, sir.
Now tell us, what we will see inside the store when we step inside of it. I know it's going to be a convenience store, but what else are y'all offering in there?
Oh, we're going to have this half gas station, half fast food. The fast food is going to be called Hurricanes Cafe. And inside, we're going to have, like, your typical burgers and fries. And I think we're going to have hot dogs. I'm not sure about that, but I know we're going to have chicken. We have people inside that have been in the restaurant business for a long time now, many years, and they have much experience. So hopefully we're going to bring a good menu, a strong menu, and we're looking to just give everybody what they want. So if they have any suggestions at any point, that's what we want to do. We want to give back and give what they want. So
okay, a locally owned and operated, big, nice, modern convenience store. And Sam, from looking at the outside out there, y'all will be carrying Chevron products, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and so about a month from now, Hurricanes will open, half convenience store, half fast food restaurant,
yes,
right? And it's called Hurricanes. All right, who came up with the name Hurricanes?
Well, if you're going to name a convenience store, especially one as good as what we're trying to do, you have to name after somebody really important. So my father, after much convincing, agreed to name it after me because, I hit, like Mr. Bob said, so many home runs. But, no, it was a good name. It's one that's been important in our family for a really long time, so it was just something that stuck.
Okay, so a lot of family meaning to it.
Yes, sir.
All right, Hurricanes convenience store and restaurant opening up in about a month.
Yes, sir.
How did y'all choose that location?
It just kind of fell in our hands, honestly. I mean, it's just really been a blessing. We knew we had family friends that owned it, and we ended up getting it from them. And for a long time, we thought that a store would go really good there, and it just happened.
Is this y'all's first venture into the convenience store business,
yes,
and restaurant business?
Yes, sir. Well, only one. We've had Mama's worked in, she's worked in one, and so we're going to use her expertise in it and hopefully get it off the ground.
Okay.
And your dad said in the morning time you're going to have biscuits and things like that, so you're going to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner is what he told me.
Yes, sir. That's what we're aiming for. And so if you're going to school in the mornings, you're going to work, stop by and grab a biscuit. If you're at lunch, stop by too. We're going to have it all.
It's going to be a great location. Like I said, you're right there by the ballparks in summertime. Like I said, the school's right down the road, so it is a prime location for that area.
And I think what people are going to enjoy also is the fact that you'll get that good hometown service. It's locally owned and operated. You'll have the convenience store. You'll have the Chevron products. You'll have the restaurant. And plus you're open to ideas that people may have to be able to offer there at Hurricanes, where, big ones might not be as flexible, but you have a nice locally owned one. If someone says, hey, why don't you try carrying this or do this, you might take a look at it.
Yes, sir, definitely.
As you mentioned, I talked to your dad. He wants to make it kind of like a Wayne County sports theme inside. He's looking for memorabilia, things like that, possibly put on the walls, things like that. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. If you have anything that you would like to be on the wall, we're definitely looking for stuff. I know we're looking for some Wayne County jerseys. I'm going to put some of mine up on the wall. I know we want to get some of JD Paul's stuff and put up. So if you have anything, we'd love to have it on the wall.
Okay, so how do they get a hold of you? Let's say there's folks out there who are we're athletes or have family members of athletes that have some stuff lying around they'd be like to donate for y'all to put up on the walls. How do they get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me. My number is 912-424-2478, and you can get a hold of my parents as well. Our business number is 706-871-8247. And you can also email us at Kedish7, it's KEDESH7 @yahoo.com.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Hopefully y'all get a bunch of good stuff there on the wall.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Are you going to be working in the store at all, or are you going to be?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so your dad's putting you to work right away.
Of course. You already know.
Yeah, but you'll be gone soon, won't you? Going up Georgia Southern?
Yes, sir, in a couple months.
Yeah, heading up there to play softball.
I couldn't tell you. I mean, I saw you walk in. I said, "My gosh, you must be working out. You're in great shape."
Yes, sir.
So your dad's got you going hard.
He does always.
All right. Someone wants to know if you have any questions for Hannah Twilley about the opening of Hurricanes. That'll be opening in about a month. A convenience store, restaurant, the intersection of Henson Mosley Road and Highway 84. You can text us at 912-427-3711. 912-427-3711. Somebody wants to know if it's going to be big enough to park big rigs in there.
Semis, that's not our main service, is this.
Okay, so it's not going to be a big semi place. It's going to be more of a local convenience store restaurant. Okay.
We should have room to park, but it adds like fueling and stuff now.
Okay. All right. Someone just texted in, hey, Hannah, can't wait for Hurricanes.
I appreciate it.
All right. So folks will get to see you there before you take off to Georgia Southern. It'll be opening, it's about a month now. It'll be just right after the 4th of July weekend, I guess.
Sir.
Somewhere along in there.
So you can't twist your dad's arm to get him in here, right?
I'm trying. He won't listen. I tried to get him here today.
I tried to get him too. He said, I'll let Hannah handle that.
That's where I get my stubbornness from, I guess.
Okay. And I don't know if you've been dealing with it, but I guess your dad deals with different, like how did he pick Chevron and his suppliers and so forth? You know how all that came about?
I know he was working with Stubbs Oil, and I know him and the owner hit it off really well. And he knew when he met him, he said, that's the guy I'm going with. So.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
He's been working hard. I know he's been talking to several friends. There was a rumor that he possibly could get McDonald's to come in as the food place. He said it's hard to business with those people chasing you. He said it was just a big obstacle that he finally, like I said, decided to just go local and do local. So who's going to be doing the cooking and things like that? And so
we have somebody who's been in the restaurant business for a while. Really close friends of our family, and we're just really looking forward to her being in there. And I know she's a great cook. I've had her food, and I'm just really looking forward to it.
Okay, so
breakfast, lunch, dinner, quick snacks, all that kind of stuff there at the name of the restaurant once again is
Hurricanes Cafe.
Hurricanes Cafe at the new Hurricanes convenience store, locally owned and operated by the Twillies, opened up about a month at the intersection Highway 84 and Henson Mosley Road. Good, convenient location for everyone.
So.
All right, Bob, any other questions for?
You still working out there throwing in the cage?
Yes, sir. I had to wear
got
my
the cage
shirt.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I love it. Love being out there.
How do you like teaching youngsters?
I love it.
Is that fun?
I mean, some of them they can try me a little bit, but I love being out there with them. I love the game. I love being involved in it, and I love working with Mr. Rodney. It's a great thing he has going with the cage. So I love being out there.
Beautiful facility out there. Like I said, he hooks me up with all this cage stuff too. So people are envious. I said you have to talk to the man out there.
You got to talk to the man.
But anyway, it's great to see you. Look like you're in great shape. Tell us a little bit about are you excited? What made you decide to go to? I ask people all the time, what makes you decide to go? You're at Middle Georgia, you got a great career going.
It's all about the school.
All about the school and education. What are you studying?
Electrical engineering.
What's that?
Electrical engineering.
Same thing that Matt to
Okay.
there to
How's
Georgia
that
Southern.
going?
My son Matt.
Yes, sir.
Got your grades up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know your dad and mom.
Yeah,
See this
yeah,
too,
big on that.
yeah. As much as good as you are as an athlete, they were more worried about your education.
Oh yeah, there's hands down. If I didn't have A's, there was no sports.
That's right. They used to tell me, said she better keep her grades. Jerron used to tell me all the time. I said, Ron, we need her. And he said, she better keep her grades
His grades
up.
better be up. Yeah, I still come home and he's like, "How are your grades?" First question. They're good, Dad. I promise.
There you go. Well, good. Well, like I said, you look fantastic. Like I said, looking forward to Hurricanes. We appreciate them using us as the way to get the word out. Like I said, we had it. Looking forward to having y'all as a sponsor
Yes,
on
sir.
some other things. I've talked to your dad. So, good friend of mine, just a great guy. It's a great family. It's been fun to watch your career. Like I said, you're one of my favorites. Every time I see you, you always have that big smile on your face, and you always come and give me a nice hug. So I appreciate it.
Of course.
So it's always good to see you, Hannah. Home run, Hannah.
Home run, Hannah. All right. We'll be back more of the world famous Butch and Bob show in a minute.
Stay in town and get what you need at Code Blue Tactical, located at 192 West Cherry Street. We do embroidery, laser engraving of various items for your memorial and fundraising needs. We also offer custom tees by Fatback Tees. Churches, come see us for your Vacation Bible School tees. We have special prices for y'all. Shop Code Blue Tactical for Father's Day. We are your Father's Day headquarters. Come in and register and see us at Code Blue. We're giving away a free pair of boots each month for June, July, and August. Come see us for details. Don't forget our grand opening June the 15th at 11:30. See you at Code Blue Tactical, 192 West Cherry Street, downtown Jessup.
At First Southern Bank, we understand that when you're applying for a mortgage, the loan is for more than a house. That's why for over 100 years, South Georgia families have trusted First Southern Bank to provide competitive mortgage rates and comprehensive guidance through the buying process. Whether it's your first home purchase or the upgrade of your dreams, we know it's more than a house. It's a place to call home. To learn more, visit FirstSouthernGA.com. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, 12 minutes after 8 o'clock, Big Dog Country, WIFO 105.5 FM in Jessup, world famous Butch and Bob show for Wednesday morning, 8th day of June. Well, Bob, there's some folks getting some raises here in the city of Jessup.
A lot of happy people last night at the city meeting. Walked in City Hall, place was wall to wall. A lot of city employees attended, and I said they had thank you notes to the commissioners. 9 years since they've got a pay raise at the city of Jessup, so it's been a long, hard time waiting for a pay raise, but 5% pay raise across the board for city employees, and they were ecstatic and appreciative. But as Mayor Keith mentioned last night, thanks to City Manager Mike Deal and Rose Jackson, who did the diligent work, and also to the department heads who came in and pretty much, if it was a necessity item, they wanted it, but anything else, they kind of just pushed to the back burner to make sure this raise was implemented for these city employees. So, like I said, it began down the discussions. They did their work session down on the island. Nick Harris brought up about the city police officers, where a lot of officers were coming up under training of the city, but very quickly going to the county or going somewhere else.
Yeah, there's why so many fresh faces on the city police
they
department.
wanted to make it competitive, and they just decided to go across the board. So just a good story last night at City Hall. A lot of excited people, and again, a lot of work put into it, a lot of different people, but nice to see that pay raise implemented after 9 years at City Hall. So just a good story.
Okay, that's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. The city employees were able to get that raise and provide a better lifestyle for their families. Anything else from the city council meeting?
Well, like I said, it looks like they're going to go solar with their wastewater treatment plant. Bill Schuman's been doing all the work on that, so they apparently still want some more information, but apparently they make that decision that they think that's the way to go. So we'll see how that goes. Also, they did a new street lighting program, LED street lighting, so you'll see more brighter lights.
So LED lights.
LED lights, right. So
it costs more to begin with. They last longer, a lot longer.
They approved that. So, and again, keep your thoughts and prayers for the city. Commissioner Bobby Thomas still not able to attend the meetings, but out of the hospital, and we're praying one for him. So
yeah,
just keep him in your thoughts and prayers.
Okay.
And also they mentioned the big court hearing tomorrow over in Pierce County between Rainier and Altamont Riverkeeper City, just going over to support Rainier in that endeavor. So we're going to go over there tomorrow and cover that and have a full report Friday.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Good city council meeting. Okay. Are we any different right now on a coach for Wayne County for head football coach, athletic director from yesterday at this time?
I gave Bo Adams a day off for me, and I said he just needs, after everything he's been through and all the hours he put in, I didn't even text him, call or anything, but the word is there's talks about possible interim. They just don't know. Nothing's been decided officially after the 0-for-3 start. Again, it's been a long, drawn-out process, but it's just sad to see, basically people just lobbying for more money where they're at is basically
what it is. Yeah.
But, you can't fault them. They're about to leave, and they come and say, well, what's it going to take to keep you stay? And they give them more money, so they just stay where they're at. But it's just sad for, but I can't imagine what Bo Adams is going to do when the guys look you dead in the eye and tell you they're going to be there. I'm accepting the job and put it in writing, and then hours later they say, oh, by the way, I'm not coming. So that's been the process thus far. I said they really thought they had the guy from Mary Persons. Bo Adams met with him personally at his place of residence. The family said they were coming, came back, set the press conference up for 10:30 yesterday, and then, like I said, Monday night, 10:30, get the call. They're not coming. So it's just been a mess right now. But I said,
you think that's the main reason, is just the money part of it, where they're being counter offered by their current schools?
Talking to my sources up there in that area, that's exactly what happened. Those people panicked. They had no idea the guy was even thinking about leaving. When they found out he was leaving, they were like, what do you mean you're leaving? But that guy's won he hasn't won less than 8 games per year. He's a great man. He's had 10 win seasons every year. So, of course, they didn't want to lose him. So, apparently, they have to keep him. So, we'll just see how it goes from here. But interim, I said last time we went interim is years ago, back in the days. I said that was the controversy. That's when he was elected superintendents, and Jerry Jones wanted Mike Eckel to be the baseball coach, and told Paul Connor that was his baseball coach. He wasn't. The story was, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, he's the baseball coach. And Connor and him didn't get along, so Connor walked out days before the season began, and they just had a special meeting, and they gave Mike Dean, the defense coordinator, the job. They first offered it to Kelshaw, the offense coordinator. He didn't take it because he's loyal to Paul, and so they went to Dean. Larry Cooper took both hats as athletic director and high school principal. I said I still have great memories of going to sporting events with Larry Cooper, great guy. I still see him at football games and baseball games. He still loves Wayne County. So hanging with Mr. Cooper was a lot of fun. We've got some memories that just last forever when you're in the gymnasium in Statesboro and a fight breaks out and the chaos everywhere.
You remember those kind of things,
we're up in the corner, and he said, don't move. I said, I'm not going anywhere. I said, you might have to go down there. But I'm not going down there. So, and then they had to ride in Jones County when the fight broke out there. So we've got some fun, but Larry Cooper did do that, though. He took both positions. He was high school principal and athletic director and did a tremendous job in both. And that's a lot of work. But I remember, thinking he's got so much responsibility as a principal. It's amazing. He's at just about every. There was an athletic event that you didn't see Larry Cooper at. He took that role very seriously as athletic director / principal. So good to see him every now and then. He's playing a lot of golf. I know that. So him and Jerry Jones and Tom Freeman, always that trio. They worked so many years together. They play a lot of golf together. So it's always great to see him. But that's the last time Wayne County went interim, and that's many, many years ago. But I understand yesterday, those were some of the discussions. It's been such a tough time. And Bo Adams made a good point to me talking to them. They know we're up against it. They know the season's quickly approaching. So now people are holding you for ransom. You talk to people and they want this. They got all these demands. So the question is, how far do you give up on? So it's just a tough situation, and no one expects your head football coach to resign 2 days before school ends and then get arrested a week later. So it's not normal circumstances. It's not a good situation, but like I said, they will get through it. They will find somebody to lead the program, and we'll move forward and rally the troops. But a great showing yesterday in Waycross. Like I said, these kids went over there and competed extremely well, finished third in the competition. Got knocked out by Westover in a 14-12 close game. Garrett Overholt played tremendous at quarterback. His receiver stepped up. So the kids, I just give kudos to the kids. They're out there every day working hard, getting better. I give kudos to the current staff, keeping it all in place until they, get solidified on who's leading the program. So just hats off to all those people, get through a tough situation. But I'm sure Bo Adams and Jay Brinson and the board will find the right fit, and we'll move forward. Just a tough time.
Just got to get through it, and we'll get through it. There's a lot of talent there coming back, and of course, you mentioned earlier this morning the undefeated ninth grade team?
Yeah, the JV team was
JV team.
They was
undefeated
and
last
they
year.
played everybody. They played Camden. They beat them. They played Ware. They beat them. They played the big guys and whipped them all. So there's a lot of talent in that school system, a lot of great kids, and that's what you got to remember. We've got a lot of great kids in Wayne County, and like I said, they're doing everything they can to get bigger, faster, stronger. And like I said, they'll be competitive this year. It should be a fun season. So, plus it's a good region. I like the region. Not much travel. South Effingham is back in. That's a good region and rival. Like I said, we've had some battles with them in softball and baseball over the years. So
we have South Effingham.
It'll be fun to watch that battle take place.
So the new region opponent, South Effingham, and who else?
State Spurs in there. I'm not. Ware County is in
Ware County?
Yeah, it's Ware County.
So we're moving up to 5A from 4A.
5A. Yeah. I'm not sure who. I can't remember if New Hampstead's doing it or not. But anyway, I don't know it off the top of my head. I just know South Effingham, Statesboro, and Ware County are three of the teams in there with us.
Okay.
But that's it.
It's amazing we're going to be in the same division as Ware County. So they must be on the upper end of the population of 5A, and we're just getting into it, in the lower end of it.
Back in the days, we used to be in that region with them all the time. I had some great battles with Ware County, and that's a great tradition as well. But that's the great thing about these, you got good rival gates too, Ware County is always a good gate, no matter what sport you're playing. So it's, fun trip. But Ware County's football program over the past years is very, 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 very good. So,
well, they went from the two high schools to the one high school many years ago, Waycross High School in Ware County, and combined it there. And so they have the one school system in Ware County as we do here in Wayne County.
Right.
So it works out good for them down there to have all the athletes there in one school. All right, anything else going on with the sports department there at Wayne County High School?
Like I said, I'll check in with Bo today, find out, like I said, I've seen him sue me, like I said.
Yeah, you just want to give him a day break.
I said, I'm the last person he wants to, and I said, I just feel for the guy. When people look at me, you got
say, I want the job.
You got signed documentation, and you think it's all set up. You set up a board meeting, and then you get that phone call at the last minute saying, by the way, I'm not coming. I just can't imagine what he's going through. Just not a good situation, but it is what it is. We see, like I said, you mentioned it yesterday, you saw it on a collegiate level with Georgia one time. He offered it three different people, and all three said, we're not coming. So,
and then, and it was just one of those stories. It's like Dooley was getting frustrated. He had one coach after another coach turn him down, and then finally, when that Oklahoma coach said no, he said that in a story somewhere. I just pulled over the side of the road somewhere, called Jim Donnan up, and said, "Hey, you want the job?"
Yeah.
And that's how we got Jim Donnan.
The time is just the problem. The time, most people that are worth their salt have already got contracts and already working, doing their programs, just like we're trying to get somebody to do our program. So it's just not a normal situation. It's just not a good situation. But
you just say for some folks to apply for the job. It's not like we went after these guys. They applied for the job, said they were interested in it, interviewed for the job, told Bo they wanted the job, signed documentation, at least two of them did, they wanted the job, and then back out the last moment. That is just, he's got to be just shaking his head. Well, aren't people good for the word?
Apparently not. That's obvious. But you try to look at it in their position. They're already established where they are, like I said, and I'm sure they got more than what they got the last year, because it happens all the time. It would be the same situation if we had a guy who we wanted to stay and we heard somebody wanted him. I'm sure we're through the kitchen sink to keep them as well. So,
well, I can understand them doing that, but I don't understand why someone looks somebody in the eye and signs something and says, "Yeah, I'll be there." Get the board together tomorrow morning at 10:30. Get the press there. I'm going to be there. It's one thing doing that and saying, "Hey, what have you got to offer?" And I'll consider it. Okay, then go to the school where they're at and say, "I've got this offer. You want to match it?" Not commit.
Yeah, that is a little different.
So that's a little different.
When they put in writing that they're definitely coming. So I said twice now they've set up board meetings, and like I said one time they did announce that he had the job. And I said that was the strangest call Friday night. I was like, is this reality TV? Is somebody?
We're in the twilight zone here. It's Groundhog Day all over again. But this is the disappearing coaches.
You leave at 6:30, and you got the interview ready to go for Monday, and then you get a call saying, "Make sure you don't run that interview Monday because he's not coming." So it's just been a strange process, a sad process. But like I said, we'll get through it, and somebody's going to lead that program. But like I said, great kids, great community. I'm sure we'll rally. We'll get through it. We got through it before. We'll get through it again.
Yeah. Got some fine folks here in Wayne County, and someone will step forward, and the program will be nice. And so unless we find somebody at the last minute like here that says, I really like to come down to Wayne County. I know y'all got it going on down there.
They interviewed 7. I said, I don't know who 4 through 7 yet are. I didn't even have to answer that question yet. So maybe it could be somebody still on that list. Just don't know. I said, I just didn't even bother with it. I just figured he needed, after talking to him after the guy bit at the last minute, I said, this guy just needs a break.
3 coaches in a row, 3 same results.
He probably needs a 3-day vacation.
I know he needs a 3-day vacation. And we're at the point in Wayne County where we don't need to settle for anyone, so, we can't get what we want. We go interim, and it worked out years ago. We got into the state playoffs, and so we'll see what happens this year. A lot of good talent coming up from last year's team and from the JV team. And I'm sure that some folks will step forward if we don't find that right fit in the next couple of weeks.
All right. I'm sure an announcement will be made soon. So we'll keep on following it. It's been a crazy story there, that's for sure. The twists and turns and hopes. You get your hopes up for this guy, and you get dashed in the hopes. So
3 times in a row. Turned down.
Like I told him, glad we're playing football. It's only in the first quarter, Baseball, we struck out, row for 3. So for back in the dugout, game over.
I just can't believe that the same results happened basically the same way in 3 different guys. But when you're talking about the effects of money, that will show you what happens. All right, Bob, let's see here. When is the next time that Steph Curry and LeBron James go at it?
They're in Cleveland tonight. It says Cleveland's up against it. They've got to win at home. They don't win tonight. They go down 3-0. The series is pretty much over. But everybody you talk to, everybody you listen to says the series is just about over. Golden State's just better. Cleveland made a big issue last year. They were, they didn't have Love. They didn't have Irving. They had all these injuries. But it doesn't seem like it's making a difference. They got blown out in game 2. Some said they quit throughout the third quarter, so we'll see if they can bounce back. But they just don't seem to have the firepower that Golden State has. It looks like the NBA West is better than the NBA East. They're saying 3-4 teams from the West going to beat. They said if OKC was playing, Cleveland would be the same result. If San Antonio was playing, Cleveland would be. There's like 3-4 different teams in the West that are far superior than any teams in the East. So
it's been that way for on and off. Of course, you had the run there at Miami in the East when LeBron was down there. They did good.
You're watching Steph Curry and Klay Thompson play basketball. It's just fun to watch. Those guys just shoot lights out. I don't know if we've ever seen anything like these 2 guys shoot basketball. Steph Curry's just a magician, and it's just fun to watch. They start pouring in those threes, and the ball game's over. So they call them the Splash Brothers for a reason. They're just fun to watch. So I like watching them. I've enjoyed watching Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Golden State. And like I said, Steve Kerr came up with the Bulls, played with Michael Jordan, knows basketball. So he's doing a good job with that organization.
They're in Oakland, aren't they?
What's that?
The Warriors.
I guess Golden State. I'm not sure what
state
they're from.
I think it's Oakland, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. I was trying to find out exactly what their home city is. I think it's Oakland, but it's just known as the Warriors. Golden State Warriors. All right. Anything else on your plate this morning, Bob? Anything going on? Anything happening we want to expound upon?
I said, this county meeting was interesting with the pool and track discussions. Like I said, we're going to be interested in what they're going to do with that pool. What will they invest in that money to patch it up again, or will they just bypass it and just, they're supposed to have discussions coming up in June to discuss that. So we'll see where they go for there. And the track issue is still an issue as well. So there's a lot of dream projects out there. It's going to be interesting to see how they put, which direction do we go? Is it the East Bloss? Is it, so just follow those 2 stories as well.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, Bob. All right. Have a good day. World famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Black Shear, by Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and by Parker Insurance and Realty located on Macon Street in downtown Jessup across from the Heritage Bank. All right, coming up in less than, about a minute from now, we're going to have the latest news from Fox News Radio. Good morning from 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, WIFO.
Is it the same old routine for lunch? You pay close to $10 for a burger or a taco you really don't want. Well, stop. shopping. Eat a wholesome meal for a change from Sybil's Family Restaurant in Jessup. Sybil's Lunch Buffet. Everything from entrees and veggies to a DIY salad. Real food, good food, fresh food, healthy.